Greetings, this is Freener Mentra, the half-elven YouTuber, as I've come to call myself, and coming to you with a Critical Role reaction. And this will be the part 2 to my reaction to episode 13. When break started, they were at the ball and they were about to do a dance where they sort of switched partners and stuff, and I got a feeling they're going to be trying to do. They might take some of them to try to snatch that ring. Yeah. Let us see. See, of course, the disclaimer: I do not own nor associated with Critical Role beyond the fact that I'm a fan. I'll have a link in the description to the actual YouTube channel where you can watch the original content and stuff. And with that, let's get started. We'll watch maybe probably a little bit of break, but I'll skip through anything that like pre-recorded and non-new commercials or any commercials that weren't like their own ads made by them.
Why did I?
She is small enough and quick enough when she means to that she begins to weave between conversations.
We can use the break to rehearse.
You guys pop this when we come back. So we're gonna take a break. We'll see you back here in a few minutes.
I don't think I've watched this one before. I'm interested.
Through hell, the king had a prow, seeking the peace our king he did vow.
That voice.
We beheld the isles we found, and so on for the future we ran aground. The isles were kinder than we could have thought.
I know that voice. Is that Kim again?
But kindness is not what the oldie called sad. We took to the land, sea, and stone that we rot.
The prideful King's Caddy we thought was our guide, but like any leader, the monster he lied. We're not for the locals, they're magical heart. The island, the people, they all did their part.
The promise away from us and turned our homes to crumbling dust.
That's why we came first and why we returned. The Isles don't want us, they've sent us to burn. So we curse the children who learn how to stay. They celebrate peace and winning today.
Little do they see the game that they play. The future of Macaf is turning to gray.
Okay, this is my sponsor for night. Oh, this will be another. This will be the Critical Role thing. No, if you want a go, you could probably find it like this ad on YouTube or this thing. I'm just gonna skip. Tadzori Reborn. Okay. And we're back.
And welcome back. So, as we return, the Dance of the Crossroads seems about to initiate. Individuals of which you've been keeping your eye on and have met or have lost in the crowd have now begun to coalesce and scatter towards the center of the domed chamber. What do you do?
I'm going after Cyrus, Wyvern Wind, right?
I'm heading towards
Yeah.
Tanish. Maybe
Cyrus is there.
ask his hand to dance.
I would have
Alright.
recorded this
So we'll start with those bits.
this earlier
You
today and
go
had it
sneaking
up
through
and
the
out.
crowd, keeping an eye out. It's not
Already?
too easy to. It's not too hard to
But by the-
spot Ratanish.
I'll just tell you, by the time I was able to go back and try to watch for 2, it was already doing a re-airing, in which case I couldn't rewind it backward, and the re-airing just started, so I had to wait time. I just thought, I'll wait till it's, it was a busy day.
And his entourage. He does traveling with 4 other figures. You can see there is a intense-looking human. There is when you saw them walk in, you couldn't tell from the helmet there. It looked like an amazing horned mask. But you get closer and you realize this is like a small minotaur that is accompanying him. And it's not a mask. That's actually the head with a small mask over it. There is a tough-looking half-orc and a scrappy gnome, like a young gnome that is kind of sitting in the process of what looks like they're kind of almost peeling their fingernails off their fingers out of nerves.
I just like giving my hand. Yeah, fingernail thing. Yeah, this is basically what I do for nerves. And
but you see, Tonish, nobody's approaching them as soon as they're almost like stepping off to the side with disinterest.
I would ask for your hand to dance, but you don't seem like the dancing type.
And Tonish turns, big smile. I apologize. Are you asking me to dance with you?
I don't know, am I? Guess it depends if you're the dancing type.
All the other men that he's with all like take a step back. It's like Wednesday Addams smiling, and then instantly the values, they're all just like
Big tough guys that are like, I'm scared.
It's like,
to be fair, Wednesday Addams is terrified.
It would be inappropriate not to accept it. Come, let us dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes your
Their
arm.
characters get weirder every time.
Firm, but not like aggressive, and begins to pull you over. Into
Usually,
the crowd.
most of their characters get weirder.
Getting closer, you can see the eyes are a little yellowed in the whites, probably from. It looks like one of them actually has probably taken a little bit of damage in the past. The coloration's a little off. At a closer look, you can see deep scars.
I just hope none of them go murder Hobart
Very
in future
intense smile
campaigns.
on this individual, this half giant, who is just locked in with you and begins to walk into the dancing crowd.
I'm nervous.
I don't know. Your really intense smile for everybody, the entire campaign makes them nervous.
That's true.
So while you continue to shuffle off into the rest of the dance, you are looking for...
Cyrus, Wyvern Wind.
Correct. You see him. He'd rolled a 1 on his stealth check. I'm not even going to make you roll. But yeah, he's kind of like... He's not going into the dance yet, and he's kind of looking around.
My lord?
Can I help you?
Yes, my master would speak with you, please. It's of urgent Wyvern Wind business.
I have no idea what that is. I am.
No, I know. This is important. Move your stupid ass over here to the side of the room.
Thank you.
Cyrus.
Kind of like leans in a bit and looks.
Yeah, you
at
heard me, my lord.
He
You
doesn't
do
recognize
me
him.
the honor of accompanying me to the side.
Of course, I'm curious to have this conversation.
Most gracious of you. This way.
And kind of begins walking over with you off to the side.
What the fuck are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, listen, we're on work, but I thought
Who else is with you?
everyone. We're scattered around. I mean, you can't see them because we're wearing masks. But listen, you're supposed to be giving a low profile.
I am.
What are you doing with her?
I'm Lord D'Artagnan.
Lord Tanya? Okay, cool.
I'm taking care of my things.
You're taking care of your thing. What things? You mean your thing?
My thing?
Or like, is she taking care of your thing?
Who's she?
You're here with. She's with Lady Emoth, right?
No, the lady came with someone else, but he was.
You're on your own, buddy.
Okay. You're not supposed to be here. Listen, you're. Is anybody clocking at us at all? Have we managed to kind of?
I'll say no. Most people's focus right now is on the dance as it begins to kind of swell, and people are still reaching out and gathering their partners, and it's like the very early stages of it as the music begins to pick up.
Okay. Your brother is here and is on a very important mission.
Can you please not tell him I'm here?
Good.
What's it worth to you?
60 gold?
What'd you say? 70 gold?
70 gold?
Just keep your damn money. Come with me.
Keep her
I'm
there.
making some-
Keep her there.
You're not. Come with me.
Good.
It'll only take a moment, but I need you to hurry.
Here we go.
I lead him away from wherever he was, just in a clockwise motion around the room.
Okay, so as that begins to happen,
I'm running to find Imogen at the side of the room.
And right as the music started to shift, I shook out of my shit, and Orm hears my voice in his head. Sorry, I needed a moment.
Okay, are you good now? I think we're going.
Yeah, I'm on my way back. Should we get close to the circle, yeah?
Yeah.
Close to the dance floor?
Yeah, I have the ring. I think they're gonna do what we talked about in the carriage. I'm not sure, but let's just get over there.
I start heading towards that area and meet up with Orm on the way.
okay. As you all begin
Staying
to...
on the periphery of the dance floor so I can get to Dorian as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'm trying to clock Gianna Hexam just before this all begins as well.
Okay.
This could be our chance. Do you think we should try?
This is our chance. I'm gonna rip off my cape and.
Okay.
Oh.
Shit.
Make a perception check.
I failed my save.
8? You do not see Gianna in the crowd right now, unfortunately.
Just so I have my notes right, Armand Treshy came with Lady Emoth Cad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cyrus, your brother, came in with...
No one. He was just in the corner, like chatting her up.
Yeah, you didn't see him enter. He may have already been here.
Oh.
But then did
I
go over
remember
and
that,
was seemingly talking
it's
with
been like
her
a
for
day
bit.
since I
Lady
watched
Emoth.
Yes.
this.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, depends.
He's
right there.
He's
Well, less than a day, actually, because
Oh,
Nope,
wait,
he's
no.
right there. He's right there. He's above your head.
Slap Ashley right now. Slap Ashley.
Dex is low.
Oh, God.
I'm going to try and circle around, get the best view, and if I can get close to the catering, that'd be great.
Okay. So as you're doing that, and you're leading him away, you're about to dance. You both are trying to head over and discover where who is?
We're trying to get close to them. I'm trying to watch as much as I can while ducking between people and staying within like 8 to 10 feet of Fern and Dorian.
Okay. It takes you a moment to try and find them because of just your shorter stature. You can get a beat pretty quickly with your mind.
With my
Laura.
mind.
I'm sorry.
I had the wonderful teacher calling on you in the classroom. You're not paying attention moment.
What? Huh? Yes?
Literally, my armpit started sweating immediately.
There was a bug, I swear.
In trying to mentally reach out to Dorian or Fern in that moment, as you're kind of pushing through the crowd, there's a moment where all of a sudden a lot of voices begin to push in, and you have to kind of steady yourself, realizing that the proximity of very active minds and conversations and intent interests around here is a very oppressive sense to your ability, and you just have to take a little care in this density. But you do eventually find it because there is a whoosh of cloth and a faint snapping sound as Fern is preparing a glorious entry into the dance of the cross.
That was my phone on the table.
It's just toots.
It's not your night, Bailey. It's not your night.
Which kind are you in? Do you know how many people just heard you rip ass? Live?
On the table, I swear.
I know when I'm nervous, guys.
The dance of the cross.
That was my phone on the table.
It's just toots.
It's not your night, Bailey. It's not your night.
Which kind are you in? Do you know how many people just heard you rip ass? Live?
On the table, I swear.
I know when I'm nervous, guys.
There's a lot of voices in my head. I can only concentrate on one thing.
You probably want to keep moving through the crowd. There's a lot of people around you.
Yeah, spread it out.
Yeah, little crowd dance.
Crossroad dance.
I would like to think
I
that...
dropped a noob stone. Also, I want to keep an eye
that's
to
the
see if
call.
Armand is joining the dance.
Make a perception check.
Come on.
We got a good one.
Come on.
Lord
Someday.
of the dance.
Natural one!
You begin to look out into the crowd, and once again, the voices and whispers of so many thoughts begin to push in, and even just keeping them at bay from taking over, your vision blurs a bit, and you have to kind of like rub your eyes and your temples for a second. You're having a hard time concentrating. All right, well, that's happening, and you're both kind of gliding through the crowd to try and find them. And you see Fern and you see Dorian both kind of preparing to engage with this dance in the center of the dome. What are you doing, Fresh Cut Brands?
My eyes are on specifically Dorian, just I'm gonna move in if I see Dorian start to dance with or near Armand.
Okay.
Oh wait, it would probably be they're probably paired female male, right?
Probably, but who knows?
Actually, at a glance at the room, it
doesn't matter.
No,
thank God
genders
for
constantly
progressives.
shift around. It's less about any sort of odd, unnecessarily placed gender roles, and more about a means of socialization. And it is a networking dance.
Great. Yeah. Cool. Great. Then I got eyes on Dorian.
Networking dance, but make it sexy.
All right. So what are you two doing?
What's the
plan?
Only this were linked in.
Okay, do you want to start
My
with
first
each
sword,
other
by the
so I
way.
can show you a little bit of the
I
dance?
call it Psycho Bomb.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted by her performance. Okay, if you dance with him first, maybe try to loosen it a little bit.
Okay.
And then put it back on him? I don't know.
I don't think it
Wait,
should-
am I just dancing with him just to dance with him? Should I do anything?
Well, how good do you think you are? Would you be able to?
Yeah.
All right.
Does it? Who has the rings?
I trust you.
Okay, great.
All right.
Wait. Imogen is gonna do something.
Yes.
She can help us, maybe with the wiggling it around.
That's a good idea.
With the ring.
But we don't have the second ring. And I'm gonna scan the room for Orm.
I'm not too far.
He's standing right next to
Yeah,
me.
you,
I'm like
you-
8
you
feet
could be-
away, tracking you. Yeah.
Okay.
He's right near you.
I walk
Is that
up to
my
the
mom?
dance floor.
Yes.
Getting pretty sassy,
He's
Mom.
literally right next to you.
Okay, I'm still in servant mode, but because it's like a big. Everyone's dancing in the center,
It's
right?
just your head,
They
but I'm
are, but you are on the
gesticulating.
outskirts. It's there are still people outside that don't want to engage. Some people, they're just kind of talking and shooting barbs at people in the dance to each other. There are conversations outside of it, but there's probably at least 60 to 70 people that are actively dancing, and
It's happening already.
it's beginning. People are pulling and finding partners and dragging them in, and you can see now the first round is starting to shift, and partners. You see the actual dance itself. It's like an arm in arm, a turn. It's very simple, and there are like conversation bits. There are introductions being done. There's a turn and a spin, and then it reverses around. They come back together, and then they talk some more. And you can see the dance is intentionally slow. It's not a fast-paced tango or anything. It is meant to give room and space for introductions and for a very succinct opportunity to pedal whatever it is you're pedaling or introduce whatever you want to introduce. And then at the moment where things seem to get the most exciting or interesting, maybe about 30, 40 seconds into those turns and spins, you hear the beat culminate with a cymbal crash, and then suddenly everyone shifts to whoever's nearest to them and picks somebody, and then all of a sudden hands are clasped and partners are resituated. For some people, they're kind of lost on their own and they scramble to try and find somebody who's available, and then just kind of wander out of the crowd a bit dejected. Like it's
some high school shit.
Yeah, kinda.
Definitely.
But
One of you loosen in your
So
head. One of you loosen it. One of you put it back on, right?
Well, you loosen it. One of us takes it, and then
That's
the other
what
one
I
puts it
meant,
back. Or we've got a plan. We're gonna go for the ring right now. It's our chance.
I'm hearing this in my head, or
I'm talking to you.
We're in the dance floor. The dance floor. Okay.
Oh, we're not on the. Are we like on the outskirts?
you're on the outskirts of it, right?
Yeah, we're.
Run it one more time. One more time.
Okay, so whoever gets to Armand first is going to try to take the ring after Imogen loosens it with her mind, and then you're going to toss the fake ring to the second.
Way too complicated.
No, it's not.
You fucking
It's a three-part plan.
Have him just give you the
Just
fucking
get
ring.
the ring, but we don't know who's going to dance with him first.
So
You've got
just
to do it.
figure it out. Well, one of you gets there
It's a
first.
coin toss.
We'll dance with each other if oh wait.
Right.
I know.
It's a problem. You're better at picking
Give the ring to Fern.
Give the ring to Fern. No! You're better with your finger. Give the ring to me.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna stick
If
it in
you
my
do
pocket.
it first, just try to replace it right away.
Okay, but
if you get to him first, take the ring and you put it back on.
I need to?
I'm the one that is gonna go to Fuck it, this song is. How long is this song?
Let's go.
Wait, am I tapping you guys for?
Yes, tap him.
Who do you do? Her?
Tap him.
Just him?
Nice lady. It's
Tap
really
him for
good.
Dex.
All right, fine, go.
Shit! And I've got the ring?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm dropping their charisma boost and
you can
wasting
just
my
try
third
to
level
pull it off.
spell and giving him a dex boost instead.
You've got it. Okay.
Our lives are in your hand, and you've got Butterfinger.
Orm's thinking about all the things they talked about and how none of them are happening, and he just watches Dorian go waltzing away.
With a flourish. I'm in the dance with Fern on my hands as my first partner.
All right.
Can we see Armand in the dance? Can we see Armand in the dance?
You can indeed. Armand, you can see, is currently paired off with an older gentleman with like a higher kind of turned over collar, and they're both kind of turning and talking and turning, and you can see the conversation's probably not going as well as the other individual wishes. Armand is still smiling, and they're talking until eventually the transition point begins to crest into. The cymbal crash hits again, and you can see Armand spins around, and there's Gianna Hexam is right there and catches his hand. And now they begin to engage and answer. What do you guys do?
Trying to get a little closer to him.
I'm gonna swing you his way.
Great.
Ready?
I'm in.
So at the crash, you both remain partners?
Oh.
No, I'm gonna like pass her off into the mix closer to Armand.
Great.
Okay.
So I'll go to whoever is close to
All
that
right.
area.
And
I'll be next in line.
I'll turn away from them and look for a new partner.
Okay, you turn to the left and immediately are greeted with a male human in his early 40s. Looks to be like acrobatic in build. Very warm smile. The hair is pulled up to the side with almost like a flower-like bun. And the outfit is a fine shimmering like dark bronze coloration to it with like a pale blue shirt beneath, and looks to you with a smile. I do not believe we have met before.
I am so pleased to meet you now. Bronte's second son of the Silken Squall.
Master Dosad Keef of Port Damali, Menagerie Coast.
Damali.
Pardon for my ignorance, I'm not familiar with the name. What's your family's business?
Oh, the family's business is not quite my business. My business deals more with emotions and helping individuals work through challenges in life.
Well, I can tell from your touch, you're very empathetic. And I'm gonna glance over at Fern and try to...
Now, Fern, as you turn, you can see there is a young noblewoman in like a nice floofy dress who spins, makes eye contact with you, and reaches out as an arm kind of pushes in and grabs your hand, and you see Lord Preston Drodelon grasps your hand.
Preston.
My dear, I apologize. I am amazed that luck keeps bringing us together.
This is the
Well,
Lord
I
of
don't
the
know if it's luck as much as you're
quadro.
cutting in line.
Fascinating. If you ever find your way in Eos, please, you are a guest of honor at my palace.
Well, I
Never thought
absolutely
this
will look
callback
you
would
up
ever happen.
Please do.
once we go there, which will probably be pretty soon.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Please do let me know.
Yeah?
How close are they getting to Armand?
They're about 15 or so feet away, and as the dance is shifting, and you can see now, while the dance is localized, some people are engaged in close conversation. Some people are making conversation while trying to...
Oh my God, you got it.
Congratulations. Some people are making sparse conversation. Some people are making conversation while trying to...
Oh my God, you got it.
Congratulations. Some people are making sparse conversation while trying to adjust the dance towards
I have
someone they're hoping to
critical
talk
role
to.
in their
It's a very unique chess game
war with
of
the
people utilizing this space to try and get to individuals and hopefully catch them at the right time. So there is kind of an aggressive waiting for the right moment at the right place at the right time arrangement to it. But yeah, Armand is about 10 or so feet away.
Okay.
So, are you, is that blue boy your partner?
Well, boy, it is complicated.
I like complicated.
Well, it's so complicated. It's really just, yes, we are. We are a thing.
Exclusively?
Say no.
What do you mean by that?
The fact that you have to ask means that...
I mean, there's like a little bit of a wiggle room there, but it just depends on, you know.
I happen to like to find room to wiggle.
This guy's. The fact that you have to ask means that
I had to that.
I mean, there's like a
It's
little bit
politics.
of a wiggle room there.
Essentially.
But it just depends on, you know.
I'm dying.
I happen to like to find room to wiggle. This guy's a little meh. He's definitely an older gentleman, and he hasn't taken care of himself.
Yeah.
And now that you're close up and look at it, you can see that like his clothing definitely holds the air of regality. But now that you're kind of looking
He's
him
an adult
over,
30 years ago, so
a little
he's
tattered
30.
at the seams a bit. There's an element of, I don't know, passing prestige to his energy that almost makes you feel guilty. Almost.
Nothing good comes
Listen.
from my level magic.
I think I'm gonna pick a flower and I'm gonna give it to him. Just put it in near his lapel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm a bit old for you. But you're delightful.
Well.
And I hope you find what you're looking for.
Well, I hope you come find me if you find yourself in a Shenandoah.
A Shenandoah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
The region is a Shenandoah and the city is Eos.
Oh, sorry.
Other way around.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
While you are
Was 310, now 810.
continuing to dance,
Mm-hmm.
you can hear the music beginning to change. While this is happening, actually, Chetney, where are you bringing Cyrus?
I was working him clockwise word around the room, but it's moving. It's fluid. I'm a little combobulated. I turn to Cyrus and say, hold on. We'll just have to find him ourselves. I won't keep you long. Who are you supposed to be meeting?
She's around. Lady Emoth Cod.
Oh, why are you meeting her?
I got friends.
Friends? I mean, what kind of friends? Look, we're on an honesty basis here. We don't have time for bullshit.
She's helping me out, okay?
Is she paying off your...
She did some work in the past with the Corsairs, and I was looking for a possible way to, pay up some of these debts.
Okay. Are you working like protection detail, or are you...
No, she's giving me some information about a few scores I can make while the folks here are distracted later in the evening.
Oh, a little side hustle.
Which I was about to get into until you distracted me. And at this point,
I
touches
have
his shoulder,
zero faith in
and
this
it's like, oh,
guy's
and you can
sleight
see
of
a
hand
woman
with
grabbing his
checks.
hand. Kind of a pale woman, shoulders and arms exposed, in a gray dress. Lady Emoth taking his hand. This dance.
Oh, but he was with...
I'm sorry, the lady
Your
speaks.
dress is elegant, bitch.
The last thing you hear him say is, thank you. And they both kind of merge into the dancing apparatus.
Oh, the prodigal son.
Do I go invisible?
He's like Eric's Stoltz? No. Tom Holtz in Parenthood? Like the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Emoth Cad was the one that was against the wall that you went and talked to.
Yep. So
right?
we came in with Armand.
Okay, when she takes him off into the dance, I'm gonna back up all the way to the wall.
Okay.
Which wall are you next to?
I don't know. Whichever one's just behind.
At this point, with the clockers you were doing, you're probably near one of the food tables, not too far from one of the bars on the other side of the room as you were trying to pull them around the other way.
I'll save it. I'm just gonna keep an eye on Cyrus and Lady Emoth Cad.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh, I know what it is because Natural 20.
Okay, good to know. We'll come back to that.
In your head, Fern,
Yes.
you hear, are you going to be able to make it to him on this next turn?
I think so. I'm gonna let me get over there.
Okay.
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 Get over there.
So you're tugging towards Armand's direction. You can see he's starting to move a little bit away, and you can already kind of gauge that there are a couple of other partners that are trying to maneuver into position.
I'm just gonna get right in. I'm just gonna maneuver myself in front of them.
Are you, Lord Preston Drodelon is still,
Still
engaging with
symbol
you.
hasn't happened yet.
No. But
Next, I'm gonna make
not this time.
Next symbol crash?
Next symbol crash.
You begin to hear the music pick up, right as you say that. And the next symbol crashes, but seconds away.
Okay,
Now that you're picking up the cadence of the song.
I'm gonna to the side. I'm gonna try to use telekinesis on Armand, and as the music starts to swell, I'm gonna try to time it with like the cymbal crash and loosen up the thumb ring.
You're still outside of the dance ring?
Yes.
What's the range on your...
It's 30 feet, but if I have to, I'll double that distance.
You could probably get, you think, within range or not?
I'm just gonna be safe, and I'm gonna spend a sorcery point.
Is this a spell? Wait, is this the spell or is this like a feat?
Play.
I'm gonna grab. I'm just
If
gonna grab
it's
any
the feet,
glass off of a table and just have it with me, filled with booze, and I'm gonna start making my way onto the dance floor, just in case.
All right. If you can go
it
ahead and
has
roll
returned.
a charisma check for me.
That's
Okay,
that's
not a thing.
a lot of 9s tonight.
Yeah, 17.
17. All right, so you watch as he's dancing and dancing, and there's a spin with his current partner, and his hand comes back a bit, and he kind of like shakes a little bit and kind of continues into the dance. Looks like it wasn't enough.
That's all right.
It's just around that slow pull, the strength of the slow pull you tried earlier on Dorian. They were just a little bit under what was needed to try and pull that.
All right.
So at that moment, the cymbal crash.
Lord Preston, you better give me the biggest spin of your life.
You better believe it. He takes your arm, and right as the cymbal crash hits, he twirls you, and you, in the spin, have to try and guide yourself in the right direction. I want you to roll either a dexterity check. It would be a dexterity saving throw, I'll say, for this one.
Okay.
Let's go, Hooves.
Or a perception check with disadvantage. Because you're either hoping to guide yourself there based on the memory of where you were, or trying to look through your spin to still get to your destination.
So either one roll of...
One dexterity saving throw, or perception with disadvantage. Your choice.
That's mean.
You're going with eyes, or you're going with instinct?
Okay. I'm gonna go with perception.
Wow.
Okay.
Bold,
It's high.
bold, 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 bold.
Okay. 12.
Okay. That's not great, but that's not bad. I'm gonna roll for the other person who's trying to get his position.
Sorry. 11.
Okay, that's fine. They rolled a natural 1. You are super... I'm gonna take a picture of that. So that's...
Yeah.
I don't know. Travis can see right there, the middle one right there. I love it. I'll take a picture anyway, because it's fun. Focus. There we go. I got a nice measure. You never know when I'll need it.
It's good. It's a good dance.
So as the other individual tries to push in to grasp for his hand, as Lord Armand disengages from his previous partner, seems to turn towards their way, they stumble and like fall down to the ground and kind of catch themselves. And Armand kind of withdraws his hand. And right as he does, he looks up towards you. Right as you spin into place, and he catches you.
Oh. Thank you. Hello.
The pleasure is mine, my dear.
And your name is?
I am Lord Armand Treshy, of the Mahan House Treshy. And who do I have the pleasure of dancing with?
My name is Fern Calloway of the Feywild.
Interesting. A fey creature. Huh. Well, you seemed intent coming to me, so let us drop any sort of charade or pretense. What do you want of House Treshy?
What do I want?
Yes. Spins you around for a second, comes back and clasps your eyes.
I want lots of things.
Well, pick one or two. We haven't much time. And you spin him around, comes back and
that's right.
catches
These
your
are
arms, and
basically
you're both now locked
dancing
against once more.
business.
He's listening.
That's what one time business chats.
Oh God.
monkey.
Can I detect thoughts?
It's basically
can,
it's like speed dating, but just regular negotiation. Well, actually, no. But they have to
He didn't roll great, but still puts him at like a 14?
15.
15, okay, then yeah. So the first thoughts you get are this kind of jumble of intriguing, beautiful, but unexpected. What does she want? What does she want? Who is she with? And then as you delve deeper into it, it is a deep read of like, a lot of Fae as of late. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Is she connected with him? Did he send someone else? Leaving that mess behind? I got really fucked up recently. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to work with the Fae again. It's just like this whole like inner monologue dealing with and touching on the Nightmare King and kind of connecting the two of them as Fae beings so quickly back to back after what happened at the Moon Tower.
Fuck, I'm gonna send that to Fern.
Say actually.
He's untrusting towards you.
Trying to get rid. I'm trying to rid of me.
I don't want anything from you. I'm just dancing.
Nobody is here just to dance.
Well,
Everybody here wants something. Now, be honest with me.
He's a
For once. You're too pretty to be dishonest. He spins you.
Well. Oh God, is that so dark?
You've transitioned, by the way, to another dancing partner, not too far off, and you're kind of like deeply invested. The partner's talking to you and is like, well, you know, my dad, he was involved in like the spice trade up north. It was wonderful. You look like you're just.
Thank you. And I'm gonna send a message to Imogen. Is she doing it? Is she taking it?
I am fully connected with Fern right now.
So I get static? Fuck!
But you can see out of the corner of your eye that she is actively dancing with
The
Armand.
person you're calling right now, it's not
None of your fault. Please hang up and try again.
He seems intimidated by the Nightmare King. It shook him.
Do you happen to be friends with Gavis?
We have been acquaintances for quite some time, yes. Why do you wish to meet them?
Well, I've already met them, but I so badly would love to work with him and learn from him, but I can't seem to. I don't know if this is the place to talk with him or if I should meet him at another time, but.
You know, he means to turn you around. You may have found the exact perfect time. And he turns you into him, and like your head's next to his, and he kind of guides you over, and you can see Gavis turning not too far away, looking over in your direction. Armand gives a nod, and Gavis kind of perks up. And you can see he's now maneuvering to pass you off towards Gavis in the next transition.
As we're looking over, I'm gonna try to just twist the ring and try to take it off.
Sleight of hand, because.
Okay.
Sleight of hand,
Make
please.
a sleight of hand check.
Advantage because he's busy signaling. Advantage because he's busy signaling.
Bring it.
Let the fates decide.
Up to the dice.
Let chaos reign across all campaigns.
It's punching time.
Fuck. Oh.
Is it?
It's good. It's good.
Oh, it's good.
Real good.
It's good. 21.
Oh.
As you spin, the music kicks up. There's a crescendo and a crash of the cymbal, and he spins you. And as he does, you grab just a little bit tighter than was expected on his thumb, and you feel a pop, like you had popped the thumb out of a socket a little bit, and the ring slips off in your grasp. So while it doesn't go unnoticed, it didn't seem overt, and he kind of like reaches down for a second, takes the hand, and looks up at you with like a.
Who's got the ring? You got the ring?
At which point, Gavis is now coming towards you to take your hand. While you feel the ring in your left, what do you do?
Drop it, Fern.
Oh, Jesus.
Dorian, pick up
This
the
is
ring.
the moment of
Dorian,
transition.
pick up the ring.
As the cymbal crashes hit, and you're
up the ring.
transitioning out
Notice
of it,
it
you
happen.
see
Pick up
you
the
see
ring.
Fern being tossed away from Armand, and a little point of silver just on the ground.
I'm gonna pretend I don't notice and start dancing with
Among
Gavis.
feet?
Notice it. Notice it. Save the day.
Why do I need to pick up the ring? I have the right one.
Dorian, notice he dropped it and saved the day. Switch the ring.
And I will. Is it the transition?
It is your. This is just happening right at the middle of the transition point.
She got some sleight of hand.
I will push past everyone. Oh God!
Yes.
And walk straight up to him in a tango-esque fashion.
No, pick up the ring from the fucking
I
ring.
have the correct ring.
No, but he has
Trust
to
me.
see that
Trust
you
him.
picked
Trust
it up.
me, Imogen. And can I shut her out of my brain?
You can.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shut Imogen out of my brain.
All right.
And as I approach,
Armand has spun around, holding his thumb, and is like looking on the ground at this point, over kind of in the loose vicinity, before glancing over at you as you approach.
and I have, in the transition, pulled the tracking ring out of my pocket, and I have it in my dancing hand, and I approach Armand, and as I do, I clock the ring, and I try to kick it off the dance floor, his ring. Just get it out of view.
Make a sleight of hand check. This is gonna be
with advantage.
With advantage because of the spell.
All right. Terrible. I know.
Please, real good. No! No!
That was an 11.
Okay.
An 11. Okay.
It's
so
digits.
so
great.
as Armand turns towards you, glancing over, you see like a look of recognition on the ground. Hasn't quite acknowledged your presence quite yet. Knows you're coming, but is more interested in where the ring went. Just as you kick the ring and it he goes, shit. And like is now beginning to like ignore you to go after the ring that has now begun to be tossed around in the crowd.
My lord, my lord,
No.
the dance.
Imogen's first Imogen and has was treated like a servant and stuff all the way. Now he goes against her and stuff. Oh, she's gonna be pissed.
Please, one round. I've been waiting all night to see you. Please, Bronte, second son.
Just a persuasion check. In the middle of this conversation, you're seeing he's in the process of clocking right now if you're even worth bothering. Like bothering with right now while he's lost his ring.
Changing dice.
What was it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Seeing them lock eyes like that.
Fuck me. 9.
9. Just a moment, I have something to deal with. Here, and he kind of looks over and takes somebody else's hand who's coming towards him and connects both of you aggressively and says, there. And you can see other people are now...
I'm not looking at
Other
Dor-
people are
I'm
now
not
kind of
looking
like
at Grant right now. I'm looking
looking
at
confused as he's starting to push the crowd, still holding his thumb. As you can see, it's like it hurt from the process, but he's like still looking around and
looking for it. I'm telling
kicked the
F.C.G. to
ring.
look for
Is it going to
Okay.
anybody that in my party that I see?
She just told me to look for the ring, so
I'm
I'm
looking
gonna
for the
do
ring.
a
We're both
perception
trying
check
to
to
Make a
try to
perception
find
check.
it. Can I guide myself?
You can.
I will guide myself. You no longer have advantage on Dex.
We do need it because he noticed it fucking moved.
Kicked out of the way.
We have the one that we need to
I
give
know,
him.
but you have to show that you picked up the one that fell first.
The other one's identical.
18.
He's so wonderful, but he's so
18. You do see, and when it got kicked by Dorian, it got kicked into the crowd, which in the middle of the dance got kicked by numerous others, and has now kind of been lost
Pinball?
in the shuffle. They haven't noticed. Somebody else has noticed. The people that were nearby are just wondering why Armand's acting strange. Nobody saw the ring or noticed any oddness about it. As Armand's just now starting to kind of push the crowd, you just barely catch out a glimmer of something rolling through the dance and just towards the exterior of the central cluster of people.
Just gonna make a beeline for it.
All right. You speed over towards it, and
through the dancers.
Yep. As you kind of head off to the side, you can see one of the servants is also now like clocking it and is now
Oh, you
starting
got
to reach over
competition.
to pick it up.
I'm gonna try to beat him to it.
Okay. Go ahead and
Robbie,
roll.
is it identical? He saw
Roll
where
dexterity
the
check.
area landed. If you
check
don't
that
actually
person.
stoop to pick up in the
You
area,
may. I would like.
he's going to wonder how you
No,
did
also,
it
you
without
just give this person
stooping.
disadvantage.
You
You do manage to shoulder check them, but they get disadvantage on their.
Accidentally bump into them.
You got it. So,
Dexterity check.
yeah, just roll and add your dexterity modifier.
no, he would have been
Just a straight
suspicious.
11. Can I guide myself again? Or no? That doesn't work. Can I do that every time?
You can guide yourself in any
I will
check.
guide myself again.
I wonder if the original ring actually has
Usually
any properties.
guide in advance of the roll.
Sure.
But
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. The disadvantage you gave made a difference. They rolled an 8 total. So they go for it. Watch for you. They glance over and you snatch up the ring.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Like.
I'm bringing your drink.
Okay. So you're now heading where?
I guess.
Did you see it?
They're both on the dance floor, right?
Both on the dance floor, and Armand is still on the dance floor, but is pushing his way in the direction of the exterior of the dance floor, still looking for his ring.
Can I? So do I have eyes on Orem or Imogen?
You do. Orem, you just saw after like bumping into the guy you're racing against.
I'm gonna go to
Imogen's
Imogen,
a little ways beyond him and is kind of like focused inward towards the dance
I'm
area.
just over my shoulder and find Dorian and go. And keep going.
I'm heading to Imogen.
Okay. So you head over towards Imogen. What are you doing in the middle of all this?
Am I locked in with whoever I got passed off to?
That's up to you. There's somebody, as you got passed over, somebody reached out to take your hand in the middle of the Armand elements.
And this is all going super quickly?
Yeah.
Like I referenced to the floor as I kept going, locking eyes with you, and then turned and went.
Who's the closest on my team to Armand?
Closest to your team beyond Armand would be probably her.
Who?
It would be Fern. Though he's getting farther away from both of you because he's pushing outside of the dance room.
This is
when I get there.
So stupid. I'm gonna try to throw the tracking ring to Fern. I'm gonna try to toss it to her.
I love it. I love
Okay.
I'm gonna try to toss it to her.
All right.
All right. You.
So, in the
And
middle
this
of
is
this
how they get
chaos, you
banished.
lock eyes with Fern.
This is
and
how they
you-
get banished.
As the person's like about to reach
Not
towards
for
you,
blowing up a tower.
I reach for them and try to
Not for
just try to
breaking
skyhook
a
it
ring.
over to her.
Okay. I would like you, Dorian, to just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Okay.
Come on, bud.
Oh, that's the best roll you've done tonight.
It's fine. I'm not great. 13.
13's okay. You, with a quick little flick of the wrist and having experience throwing axes and, kind of lobbing things around this distance towards a specific target, you feel pretty confident with the go. Now it's your responsibility to catch it. As there is somebody now reaching to try and engage with you in a dance.
Okay.
What do you do as you glance over and see this? They just, you glance over and see him do this. He throws the ring right as you feel this hand pulled, and somebody has already taken you up as their dance partner.
So uncomfortable.
So you need to roll a dexterity check to try and grab it from the air. Okay. So just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Now, if this goes wrong, it's all on Dorian.
12.
12.
These are all borderline rolls.
Doing okay.
Doing okay. So you get grabbed and pulled, and as you do, your hand catches it, but also loosens it, and kind of like flies a little bit further in the air. You try and catch it again, it gets knocked up again, and a third time you do manage to catch it. And as you hold it, the person who's holding your hand is pulling you to the dance goes like, fascinating.
He just proposed.
Oh, congratulations!
I'm like,
That's incredible!
I have to go tell my girlfriends.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
As you disengage, you can see people nearby being like, did she just get married? Like, and it left him there. And the guy in the dance was like, and he looks around and everybody else is already with partners, so he kind of waits.
In my head.
Burn the Dorian.
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm over here. I have the ring. I have the ring. I have the ring. I have the ring.
Burn Dorian is now carrot
I'm gonna get down on the ground and start crawling around like I'm looking for it.
Okay, what are you doing?
Make it right to me.
What are you doing?
I'm still tracking Lady Emoth Cad with Cyrus and just making sure they're not doing shady shit.
Okay. You
like just move. Get the fuck out of like moving people. Like as I
So
can
having children.
just track them and make sure that I'm 25 feet.
Let me
wherever they
rephrase
are
it.
in the dance.
How many kids?
Okay, cool. So you watch them kind of move through the dance floor, and then people shift, and you kind of see something shine in the air for a moment, and then shine again, then shine again.
And they're staying together-ish?
They're staying together, and you can see like other people are shifting partners, and they kind of like disengage and then re-engage, and then they move through towards the back. And as you're kind of like pushing through, you are a small person moving through a large crowd of dancing
One
folk.
side.
You do roll a really high perception check, which means you do clock them for most of it. You do clock them leaving the group. They leave the dance. We'll come back in a second. Lana, are you doing anything specific?
I was dancing with Rotanish, but none of that feels like important to what is happening. So
just chatting.
I'm just talking.
She's just been random people and nothing really of
Is
interest
there
unless
anything
you make
particular
it.
that you ask or mention as he's kind of like turning you and.
We're gonna pause in the middle of all this for my dumbass conversation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to role playing. What was I doing?
We can return to this if you're nodding. Ready?
Yeah, sorry, so distracted. Quite the rebel rousers in the audience tonight.
You're not kidding. But rebel rousing is what their specialities are, so it works out quite well.
The audacity of them to question the Paragon's call and your motivations.
So you seem to have heard of our work before.
I
Have you
haven't.
hired us before?
No, but I'm quite the fan. I wish I would have had fellows like you back in the day. Back from where I'm from. People don't understand how important it is to have.
Turns you and brings you close in, and like as you spin back around, is like inches from you, and not like a romantic connection way, in a like reading you as quickly and as intensely as possible.
The importance of having people like you around. I imagine it can be quite difficult to persuade the masses.
I have a curious air about you.
And as he's dancing with you, he pulls up from underneath the armor what looks to be a leather band, and at the edge of it you see a symbol. It's a golden mask that comes into like a curved beak at the edge. Roll a religion check for me.
Golden mask with a curved beak. What the? A religion check? Oh shit.
You got this. You got
Is
this.
that?
My religion's not
Beak.
good. I don't
Golden
have.
beak.
I'm not
Everybody's
into.
rolling great.
I don't want
It's
that
gonna be
one.
great.
That one's dumb. Oh, 20 total. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. With that, you pick up on it. And maybe it's because of your nature that both you understand this, and maybe because of your nature, something he saw in you. But that is
Raven Queen?
A symbol of the Dusk Maven.
Oh.
The Raven Queen.
Raven Queen shit.
As he tucks it back away and looks at you again and is like,
I see you respect the natural boundaries of life and death.
I see you walk between them, it appears.
You're quite perceptive.
Not by choice.
symbol crash, and you get spun back off into the ground.
Not by.
Now,
As I get spun around, I'm suddenly like, I had a group. I had a job. I look around. Where
as
are
you
my
turn,
people?
you see this kind of this mousy, thin, older noble gentleman, kind of, you know, his spine is almost as twisted as yours, but in a forward way. And as you turn around, he looks up at you and goes, and just walks back and stops dancing.
Great. Where are my people?
All right.
I'd clock them.
All right, so you kind of get caught up in the situation, watching it all unfold. What are you doing now as you have the ring in your hand?
I'm crawling around on the floor looking for the ring.
Both me and Fern were going towards Imogen. Who's going to get there first?
All right, so you're on the ground.
I'm crawling on the ground. I've called Fern over to me.
Right. It's a little easier for you because nobody's actively trying to dance with you. You, however, are
Is someone
having to.
following me still, or no? Did they leave me?
They left you. It was
Okay,
just,
great.
the servant kind of like got knocked out of the way, and they have no investment in it. They were just kind of wondering what the hell that was. If you're trying to push the crowd, how do you want to try and avoid people getting in your way? Are you just muscling through? Are you trying to scare them off? Are you trying to convince them that you have to pee? What are you doing?
I am going to cast Primal Savagery on myself.
Okay.
And my fangs come out. And my eyes turn crazy. I don't want to dance with you.
3 people who were like swooping in to try after they watched you dancing with Armand, and like even that moment with Armand like really caught the attention of the crowd around. Like suddenly you became a point of interest in the middle of this circle, this strange fauna, a fae being in the middle of this dance that was engaged with Armand, and so as soon as the whole ring thing scenario, there's like a shine in the air, and you end up dancing with folk, and you begin pushing through. People rush in, and as you do that, my God, you let anyone into this dance these days.
I'm done, and I just got engaged.
I'm gonna take off.
Oh. Are you done?
I am going to walk towards where Imogen is.
Now, Imogen, as you are on the ground at this point, looking around, 2 hands hit the ground, and you look up to see Armand there, and goes like, "Did you find it?"
I'm looking everywhere. Sir.
Carter. And you see him like he's like telling people, "Move out of the way." People like shifting back and starting to like all the space. Armand carries enough weight, it seems, in these spaces where when he uses that tone of voice, people listen, whether or not they're considered equals in the front of social exchange. And he is now kind of like looking around.
I'm gonna crawl towards Fern as she's walking towards me.
Okay.
Orm walks up. He's face to face, even though he's not crouching down. Are you looking for, I just saw a ring, and I point in the opposite direction that I kicked it in. I just saw it go flinging down the floor that way.
Make a deception check.
Yep.
Am I at Fern yet?
You will be in
16.
16.
Oh, boy.
Looks at you intently. Glances over at what looks to be one of the, specifically the Minotaur figure of the Paragon's Call, and goes, "Keep an eye on this one." And does not follow you rolled really high on his insight.
Yeah.
And just can, like, and not only doesn't believe you, but now is interested. While that's happening, you and Fern begin to head towards each other.
Keep it in your hand, Fern. Okay. As I stand up, I'm gonna say, "I found it!" and grab it out of Fern's hand.
Yes, I'm gonna walk by and we'll just do a quick.
Sir!
Stands up.
I don't know why I got so excied.
Roll a deception check.
Come on,
Come on,
bitch.
No.
Come on.
Please let there be an
He's
act.
looking real anxious.
Do it.
Oh.
I'm not looking.
18.
18. Kind of gives you a look.
Sorry, I don't.
Oh.
It's hard to get good help these days.
If you're looking.
Oh.
Just like completely closes off to you and turns over to see you and goes, "You are an extremely clumsy dancer."
Well. Rude.
Good one.
Sure, fucking told him.
Your face is clumsy.
Somebody else in the crowd.
Not to bring more attention.
As Armand kind of like, as you can see, he's like trying to, like, he's starting to calm down a little bit, like the intensity kind of built up. There was some sort of, whether it be sentimental value or importance to this ring, he seemed like really flustered to lose it, and now kind of has it back on and is calming down. And as he is, somebody in the crowd is like, "Sir, she just got engaged. Come." Begins to maneuver back into the crowd.
Where's Esteros in all this?
Esteros is not dancing. Esteros is
No.
just sitting outside of the crowd. And currently, you are all engaged elsewhere in this event. So Esteros is looking at what you're doing from a distance, but also keeping a very close eye and holding his cane very tightly. He's like, he's keeping an eye on every exit. He's looking at every person that comes nearby. He has the look of somebody who's expecting to be stabbed in the back at any moment.
I'm gonna edge that way.
Okay.
Now that this seems to be chilling out.
Can I try and reach out to see if anyone's at the switchboard for Imogen? I go, Imogen.
I have to make the connection.
Oh yeah. Imogen, please.
Praying.
Oh, balls.
Nothing. I'm gonna break away from the dance floor and go to the restroom.
Okay, go for it. While you're having this conversation, you watch as Emoth and Cyrus have left the dance floor. Cyrus currently has walked over to one of the chairs, kind of right by where some of the food on the, what would be the left-hand side of the entire chamber was before you entered. Takes a snack and just kind of looking out over it all, keeping his mask on. Emoth, you can see, heads through the double doors into the halls beyond the dance chamber and closes the door behind her.
I walk over quickly to Cyrus. What was that about?
What?
I mean, that's her, right? What were you talking about?
I'm working. Please don't ruin it.
Don't trust
All
her.
right, exactly.
Head off after Lady Emoth.
You head up after. All right. Cool.
She went to the double doors. That go into the chambers, and we don't know where they go.
Correct. Yeah, beyond
Are
the
there
chamber.
wardens on either side of that door?
There are. They're kind of just like keeping tabs more on the group inside. When she walks by, they kind of like just barely acknowledge, and just they're more interested at all the debutantes and political figures that are dancing.
Doors open or closed, and she has to push them to get through.
They push inward.
They push inward.
And she kind of just pushes one. She's small enough that she kind of barely slips through, and it closes with like no noise or fuss.
Great. I'll just walk up casually.
Okay. You push in. Just make a deception check. This is more your physicality and how you present yourself, because they seem to recognize Lady Emoth.
14.
One of the guards lowers his shield, and a spear kind of crosses in front of you and goes,
Yeah.
"What is your business? I don't recognize you."
I have to take a piss.
Amenities are on the left. Hurry back, or send somebody.
Thank you. Whew, almost got a shave. Nice weapon.
Okay. As you move past, you can see there's like a brief conversation. You've caught their interest. But you head into the hallway.
Oh,
and you
great.
can see now as you move
now
past,
the guards are starting to realize something fishy is going on.
Hallway that goes both sides. And on the opposite side, you can see glass that opens out.
They're on alert.
The city of Drusar below. There are gardens beyond it. You can see there's like bushes and trees. There's like a whole courtyard garden that surrounds this entire expanse, and there are some doors that lead out into it. It looks like
just try to
and then the cliff just ends, and then
not
beyond
draw
that
any
you
more
can see the
attention to
spires, and then you can
yourself.
see the Poc-O-Pea that is burning, this massive 100+ foot flame that is visible off in the distance and glowing like a beacon in the night sky. Beyond that, you can see the darkened jungles, the kind of faint glow of Ruidus in the sky that way. Katha's just returned on the opposite side for this time of night, and there's a bit of a white glow that's hitting the mist, so you can just begin to make out the shape of the jungles below. It's a view you weren't expecting, but nevertheless, the hallway goes both to the right and left, and there are doors inward and beyond. Which way are you going?
A night for lovers.
Make a perception check, actually, to see if you can pursue where Lady Emoth went.
Perception?
Yep. There are faint bits of looks like magical torchlight set up on different parts. So it's still darkly lit, but enough to kind of lead your way through if you need to.
17 plus 1, 18.
18. Okay. No, you were a bit delayed by the conversation, and she sees you moving with a hustle, and you scoot into the hallway. You see her to the right. You hear a door close.
Is there anybody else that I see in the hallway?
You see a set of 2 guards that are a little ways, maybe like 30 or 40 feet down from where you heard the door close, that are walking in your direction.
Oh, shit. And he said the bathroom is in to the left, right?
Yeah.
If we're in a hallway, are there any...
It's like a tea hall. You just came into it and it goes right and left.
Are there any, like, plants or pots or anything that a gnome could just step behind and break visual sight for a second?
There are, like, tables, like little side tables in the hallway about every 30, 40 feet or so. Some of them have decor on them, little planters. Some of them are just empty or like with a plate.
I walk over, I stand behind one of the tables, and I go invisible.
Okay. You are invisible.
And I will use my boots
Oh,
to
that
move
can't be.
silently down the right side of the hallway after Lady Enoth.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage because it is sound-based.
Yes.
And because you're invisible, so...
Are you fucking shitting me? A 1 and a 2. Wow.
For a total of?
7.
7.
8, sorry.
Okay, so
wow.
As you turn invisible, the guards kind of pass the door that you heard close and are heading your direction. You confidently, deftly begin to maneuver past them. And as you get maybe about 10 feet beyond them, you don't realize that your hip hits the edge of one of the tables and bumps it hard, and the table goes... one of the planners set up on it kind of falls.
Go with the ghost thing.
On the
Go with the
ground.
ghost.
Both guards just go... And they both immediately, like...
Ghost play,
up,
ghost play,
spears
ghost play.
down, and they're both now, like, looking very intensely in their region. We'll come back to that in a second.
Going ghost.
Is Is Ashton around?
Doing great.
Ashton is over with Lord Eshtaroth.
I've just made my way.
Okay.
So as you approach Lord Eshtaroth,
No,
you both are kind of glancing over.
Is this your normal anxiety, or are you getting the vibe here? Because I don't like it.
It's a combination of it all, trust me.
Where are the rest of them?
Well, I've clocked a few, but you've scattered quite a bit. I hope it's worth it, and I hope it succeeded. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of conversations I don't want to have in the morning.
There's some people acting real weird here. Do I see any of them? I'm scanning for all of them and Hex.
Yeah, you can see Dorian, Fern have both now, I assume,
feel like
exiting the
there's
dance floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Orm's just
You're
trying to
not-
tap loose ends and is looking for the old ring.
Okay.
It might be a.
Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check, your choice.
I love it.
Oh yeah, because he has
Did I just roll 2 16s? I did, plus 5, so 21.
21. You're small enough and quick enough, not just in your servant's garb as well, that nobody questions it in the middle of this dance as you quickly
Well, the
and
game
nimbly, deftly leap through the shifting crowd without bumping or bothering anybody,
Oh,
glancing around
God.
as quick as you can until poof, right there you see the silver ring.
Nope.
No, you don't.
F.C.G.
No?
I have it.
Oh, you have
You
the
found the old one?
I have it in my hand.
That's right.
You look inside F.C.G's butthole.
That's right. No, you do see it. You see it in the hand of fresh cut grass.
I'm motoring over to Ashton. Sorry,
No,
Aaron.
no worries.
And Eshtaroth.
Then I'll follow
I'm gonna.
along.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to Ashton.
Okay, so you all kind of begin to reconvene over to that space.
What's Rotanish doing?
Rotanish is now in the process
Dancing.
of dancing with other dance partners and it's kind of been bouncing between them.
Am I caught in the dance? Am I?
You were for a moment, but then the minute that you were
You're just still dancing.
the person that asked you disengaged, you were given an opening to leave, or you can continue in there and dance with more people if you wanted to.
I'll keep dancing.
Okay.
I
Anyone
thought
particular
so.
looking for?
Unspoken members, remember.
In fact,
That. I'm looking for members.
well, the first person you see that catches your eye because they're familiar on this opposite side of the dance floor is Vali Dertana.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Volley.
Uh-oh.
The fucking guy.
Uh-oh. The one you
The
scared?
business merchant.
The one you scared as it go.
Yes.
We scared him.
Yes.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Working with Ira.
Now you see them; they're looking past you off to the side, and they've stopped dancing,
Volley know us?
and they're just glancing beyond.
Oh, boy.
You gauge their eye line, and they're looking at the mask.
I am very well covered, by the way. Other than the purple, there's nothing else showing.
But
Like
you're
this
rocking
is.
that.
But you're
Nightmare
rocking
King.
a Nightmare King mask.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. Bring it.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
cheeky bastard!
Totally incognito.
I'm so excited.
Oh, completely forgot about that.
Do I notice?
Yeah, you notice you see eye, and everybody you look over and get the look. It's one of those things where, like, you glance over, you see Laudna, see her eye over, see Volley, and Volley's looking right at you with this kind of like.
Excuse me for 1 second. I just take a couple steps forward.
Yeah, that's some gesture shit.
Volley begins to maneuver through the crowd
Is he
away from
trying?
you, and
Harlequin.
is now like heading deeper into the.
Let's see who he finds. And I'm gonna just start quietly trying to track.
Yeah. That was the whole point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Power
See what
play.
they
This
got
is
to.
a power play.
I get really close to Ashton. Open your jacket, please. I think you've been wanting this. I'm gonna put the ornamental saber inside of his jacket.
Okay.
Just on the back.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna definitely, as many of us who can keep an eye on who he seems to talk to, that would be fine. Clearly, he's gonna be paying attention to me. So I'm just gonna keep my distance and keep an eye on him and see if he's brave enough.
You watch as the dances come, and it's now like it's been going on for about 5 or so minutes, 6 or so minutes now, and you're like, how long is this dance gonna go? But
all that happened in 5 minutes. Jesus fuck.
yeah, it all happens quickly. The conversations are rapid.
Yeah.
The musician in you can hear the construction of the song, and it's gone through like ascending measures, and it feels like it's coming to a near crescendo. Like the way the instruments are building, you get the sense it's hitting that like upbeat anticipation for a final crash. And as this is happening, you're glancing over and seeing Volley kind of push the crowd, glances over in the direction of Armand, who is currently caught up with the dance, looks over, and beelines it to Ratanish.
Who does? Armand?
No, Volley does.
Volley does.
That's probably
Okay.
Volley goes to Ratanish.
100% he does.
And they begin to talk to him, and Ratanish is already in the middle of the dance and kind of like gives a nod and prematurely breaks the dance that he's in, turns and looks to Volley. Volley, this conversation, and points over to you. The Ratanish
There's only like a half hour left in this.
Oh no.
and they both separate.
Shit.
I'll follow Ratanish.
I'll over half hour.
Just clocking.
Okay. It's easy for you to follow Ratanish, so Ratanish is coming to you.
Oh no.
Yep.
No, you didn't.
While this is happening,
I don't think you made
the
enough.
guards are in the
members yet.
hallway.
And I think you've all been made.
There is some.
I mean, it's...
My boots are velvet.
Who goes there?
Oh, shit. They don't make any sound when I move. So I rolled an 8. It was balls.
The door opens, back on the edge of the hall.
Oh.
The figure walks in. Who is it? Oh, sorry, I'm just using the bathroom.
Is it Siren?
Down the hall. And they both start quietly splitting up, and kind of both one continues passing down, circling where the table is, and they're both now looking around underneath it, looking over it, and they're getting the sense that something's off about this.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I will do
my best to try
go
and split
ghost.
the distance with them. I usually don't make a sound when I move. I'm clumsy and I'm bumped into shit.
You didn't make a sound.
Yeah.
The other things did.
And I will try and thread the needle between the two of them with 3 feet and just try and stay out of spear point or whatever weapon it is they have, and just try and
I pictured
silently
a full,
waltz with them.
Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment.
Yeah.
With the butt up in the air.
Oh my god.
Arch my back.
So, I'm gonna need you to make 2 rolls for me. Because the spears,
They're doing this, right?
yeah,
So it's
they're coming around, and it looks like they're doing it quickly because now that they've zeroed in this heavy movement, it wasn't like they heard a sound. They watched a table mysteriously bump and things fall over when there's nothing around it. So you get the sense that they're something's up. They both kind of triangulate around it, and they're now wiping their spears through at the same time. I need you to roll an acrobatics check.
Okay.
And a stealth check with disadvantage. However, you do have advantage because you're invisible, so it's just a straight roll. So a straight acrobatics and a straight stealth. The DC is relatively high on both of these.
Okay.
21 on acrobatics.
As both of the spears sweep past the area where you're hiding, yeah, you full on leap to the side, just coast between them. One of them kind of brushes past the hair on the out, your little fluff of hair, kind of. And you catch yourself without a sound on the ground, depending. Roll your stealth check for me, please.
17.
Ooh, 17. They bring the spears back around. One of them goes over and lifts the table to look underneath, and that's your moment where you see an opportunity, and you dart past and curve around.
Oh my god. I let out a little tiny fart. That's silent. But
deadly.
But it's potent.
In a few minutes, I'll smell it what?
Argue about who did it.
Okay. So now, they're both frustrated, and after
He did
seeing nothing there, one of them is now poking the upper corners of the hallway with the spear, and the other one is picked up the pieces, put it on the table, and is now starting to head back down the hall, kind of getting the sense that you're going where you're going, or at least in that direction. What are you doing?
Down the right side of the hall?
Yeah, where they came from.
Did I see the door close that Lady Emoth was going into, or did I just hear it?
I'd say
I guess are there a shitload of doors down there?
there's a lot of doors. You heard the sound.
How about this?
You rolled pretty decent on a perception.
Because she came up and talked to Cyrus when I was right there, can I try and smell her scent around one of the doors?
Your wolfen senses are quite strong with smell. Go ahead and roll perception with advantage to see if you can pick up her scent.
Okay. 16.
16. So, first things first. You hadn't really thought about it before because you're just overwhelmed
now
with
it's like a
senses
half
while you're
hour.
in the chamber. But now you focus in on the smell that was distinctly hers that you pick up again in this hallway. And it's like perfume, but there's an underlying mustiness to it. Like an odd, it smells almost like a mold or an odd earthy smell. But it is something that you connect both with her in the room and this hallway. And it's not the first door on your left. And you do see now, like the glass windows stop, and along the hall there is now doors. And just beyond the way, you can see there are now like chambers, suites that align. And you remember Esdras mentioning that chambers were going to be provided for the evening for guests, so they wouldn't like wander drunkenly through the streets. So you get the sense these are likely rooms of different attendees for the event.
Okay.
But it's not the first one on the left. It's the second one on the left.
Can I go up to the second one? Do I see a keyhole outside of the door? I'm not going to mess with it yet. I just want to see it and maybe, if there's a keyhole, and listen from outside the door.
There is a keyhole, yes.
Do I hear anything from outside the door if I press up against it?
Make a perception check.
With my hearing or smell?
Mm-hmm. Your wolfen ears perk up.
Yes. 15.
15. You listen carefully, and you hear
Bless you.
something grinding with some sort of like a it sounds like something heavy against something heavy.
What the fuck?
Like almost grinding in a squeak. It's hard to place.
I'll just lightly try the handle to see if there's resistance or if it just goes all the way.
Okay. The handle goes, but there is definitely actually no. It just opens up.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll let the door slowly, like, just move open, and I'll see what I can see, but I won't enter, and I'll base my next move off of whatever happens from what I see.
Okay. The door opens. Are you doing it carefully?
Yeah, just slowly, so that it could be like a drafty door blew open. If she tries to rush the door to like close it, I might try and sneak in before she closes it.
Okay. The door opens up ever so carefully. I'll say roll a dexterity check for me to see how deftly you can prevent it from making any sort of noise.
Okay, just straight up dexterity.
Yep.
That's cocked. Oh, 11.
11.
Great rolls.
Just the faintest squeak as it does. With inside, it's low lit. This is a suite chamber. You can see there are carpets adorning it. It's pretty sweet. You can see like chests and large baggage, like luggage chests that are set on the far back wall. There's a desk. There's what looks to be an opening with a balcony that leads outward, and a door that heads off to another part of the chamber. You hear nothing. And you see a shape. Look through was an open door. Just as you walk in, you look across the way, and there is like an opening and a balcony that leads outside. And you can see like Drusar beyond. In this chamber, to the right, in this entryway, there's like some candelabra kind of glowing. There is a door that leads into another room, like a smaller kind of connected room. And the door is open, and you see a figure glance through.
Almost instinctively, I know I'm invisible, but I just like pull my head back.
With unnatural speed, the figure darts over to the door, and where are you standing?
Like if I open the door like this and that head pops out, I go like, and just like try and just pull myself out of the doorway visually, but I'm right by the door jam.
Right, so you're like.
So if they come up to the doorway, I'm like.
Yes, you're still like in the hallway, like right by it. Yeah, so as you do that, you hold that. The figure looks out, and you see for a split second here in the low light Lady Emoth. You can see like sweat on her face. She glances off down the hall towards where the other guards are. And carefully, she closes.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one thinking that, Pally.
And locks it. Is there anything you do in this moment?
No.
Okay.
No. I fucked around enough. I'll slowly make my way back towards the entrance out to the area, remembering the door. And can I take one really big sniff of the door as soon as it closes? I just want to get like one big breath of whatever that smell is and just lock it in.
You take it in, and now that you're this close and you're paying attention, it's off. Like it's that horrible combination of like a sweet saccharine perfume that's used to mask something, and the smell that it's masking as it fades off is
earthy or more decaying flesh.
More earthy and moldy. It doesn't smell like decaying flesh or rot as much as it smells like
that. Particularly, was he there when that was activated?
Yeah, I'll start heading back towards that entrance.
I forget.
Okay. So begin to head that way. The two guards now have like separated and they're now going down the hall and investigating, and you just kind of like wait.
That's the one, yeah.
Go by, and you're now back at the doorways that lead back into the dance.
And I will, still invisible, just open the door and walk right through and just let it swing open.
As it swings open, one of the guards like, shit, closes it. Was that you? And the other guy's like, no, wait. What? Oh God! And they both just kind of start flying in the air as you dart back in towards the group. While that's transpiring, Ratanish begins to step over you, not quickly, but definitely with an air of taking up more space than they were in the chamber. Your head kind of turns to one side as they approach. Friend, I have not found the chance to ask your name. Who are you?
I don't usually really give it. I'm just working, man. Oh, what do you need?
Orm is making his way over to the crowd.
I am... I'm a fan of that unique ensemble you are wearing. Where did you procure this ghastly mask you wear?
It was a gift. I don't know. This is all... It's not my stuff. I don't know. Someone said a mask would be funny or something. I don't know.
Make a deception check.
Come on.
One of us has got to roll well.
Ooh, that's real good. 7. I'm not really trying.
What is it? Cursed.
This has been a rough night of rolls, y'all. Pardon. Might inquire as to which friend you borrowed these from.
You know...
You hear the knuckles.
I wouldn't get hired for my services if, I just went around willy-nilly giving people's names. But, I am available for hire.
What services do you offer?
Usually whatever services someone needs. Especially if it's apparently standing around in a costume.
They lean close to you. And rip the mask from your face.
It's tied. It'll be
I know.
I have to pull.
He's a big old Goliath. I don't think it'll
Break the
strain.
mask.
It doesn't matter.
It's
Yeah,
made of,
it's
like,
fine. It's paper.
I mean, it's leather thongs. It's leather thongs. Leather.
It is tied. But this is a strong
It snaps.
individual. It snaps.
He's a half giant, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of holding the mask, like the fingers, but they're not even looking at the mask, they're just looking at you.
I
Wait, what did he say? What was it?
pulled the mask.
He's wearing another mask.
I'm gonna start.
Mask all the way down.
I'm gonna start rolling over there.
I think
I'm
I'm going for a weird response. I'm gonna slap him.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Roll an attack roll.
Oh, God.
Guys, when you have a barbarian in your class, you can count on a certain number of things.
Where
to
am I?
happen.
Okay, I gotta see what are my attacks?
Just roll. Just roll and add your strength modifier.
Oh no, I see it.
There.
24. Sir, please.
I like you.
Goes to slap you back.
Ooh, we're playing slapsies.
At that point.
16?
Yeah.
That's my AC.
Only one thing to do.
You do take a point of damage.
Did he take a point of damage too, or no?
I don't think you didn't say you slapped with the intent to hurt.
No, I didn't.
I
hit. I don't want to insult the guy, so
Yeah. He slapped to do just a little bit of damage, just to escalate.
Sir, I like you too. It's a pleasure. You can keep that if you like, I suppose, if it really offended you.
This is your response.
I mean, we can keep going if you like, but
I forget, is
everyone
everyone having a mask?
Slap fighting.
Like,
I'd want
all
to drink for
attendees?
it if we're gonna make this the game.
I think the initiation is enough to begin. Slapping, well, it is children's games.
Wow.
But you drew blood originally.
And you see now, like, the teeth are now red from where you hit right in the lip. You broke some blood vessels.
Wow, I didn't think that would hit that hard. I figured you could take a little more.
You see, when I taste blood, it's hard to get it out of my mind. How about we take this outside?
I don't know what the rules around here are.
We take this outside. If you do not have a weapon, it will be provided.
Are we doing weapons, or do we just do this with, the good old way?
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
I don't want to stop this.
I know.
Do you want to stop it? I don't know.
I want a fist fight,
I
man.
want to see where it goes. I feel like if we stop it, it'll add to the suspicion.
20 minutes or a half work and a
12.
no. Right. 3 with him.
And a human. 4.
Oh, and what was the human descriptor?
You saw there's kind of this scrappy-looking pale human. A lot of the hair is it would be kind of braided back, but there are heavy scars across the head that kind of break up the pattern. So the hair itself is braided in a zigzag to kind of match it.
Okay.
5
in total, 4 lackeys.
Yes.
Got it.
And you can see now they're starting to take note and look over. They're not interfering, but they're definitely clocking this exchange. What'd you roll?
12.
12.
You prefer fists?
I mean, again, this is fancy. It seems the way to go. And I feel like you want something. So, let's put a wager on it.
What do you ante for this wager?
I don't know. What do you want from me? You came up, yeah. Talk to me. What do you want?
If I win, I'll take what I want.
Then slaps the hand on your shoulder and begins to kind of push you in the direction of the entrance.
I shove that hand off and start walking towards the entrance.
Oh,
Taking my jacket.
Make a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did say something about approved dueling.
Approved dueling, yeah.
But it has to be outside.
Certain people work out their disagreements in public environments.
Natural 20.
You slap the hand off and continue on with your grace and pride.
What is the reaction of the room to this?
Oh, the dancing has begun to die down, and about 15 to 20 people are all now watching this happen, and already whispers are starting to shoot through the crowd. This is taking the attention of the room very quickly.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh.
Do we me see.
And you were like one who really did not want to be known there.
You come back into this, and you can
Going
watch.
out.
The music's still playing, but the crowd's all sort of looking in a direction, and you can see off in the distance Ashton's currently exiting the room, and what looks to be flanked by a member of the central member of the Paragon's cult that's present.
Huh. Do I see anyone else from either A team or B team before I decide to go after Ashton? Do I see anyone?
Orem is trailing in case things go south.
You
so
see youth
he's
members, I
within
mean,
10
they've kind of reconvened with Esteros, and they're all watching this and beginning to step in the direction, kind of following.
So Esteros and the entire group are starting to trail Ashton, or just Orem and FCG?
So far, I think it's just me and Orem that are actively
they're
moving.
actively moving that direction. Esteros is watching this happen, and like the moment they begin to walk out is like, we cannot leave him behind.
Yeah, I'll hurry up to Orm and invisibly tug on his elbow skin.
My elbow waddle.
Yeah.
What?
It's me. Listen, what the fuck? Where's he going?
Outside fucking duel, I guess.
All right, you stay with him. I'm gonna go get the others. By the way, Lady Emoth of Cad was like sweating. She went to the bathroom. It must have been terrible, but she smelled moldy. We'll dissect it later. I'll be back.
Too much for right now. Get the guys.
And I'll over to where Esteros and the others are.
Can I look at Estros from across the room?
Mm-hmm.
Should we try to put a stop to this, or let it play out?
I think it's too late for that. I think this is something that needs to work its way. To try and get involved at this point would be more suspicious. We just have to be ready to pick up the pieces. After all,
The Ashton pieces.
he's under my name.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah, he's with Esteros' group.
Do we? Are we allowed to go watch?
Are you approaching Esteros at this point?
I think I was kind of in that vicinity. 'cause
Okay,
I was
Esteros
near
says,
Ashton.
I'm going to. And he begins to walk to follow, because the crowd is now starting to shift in that direction. People are about to watch a fucking fight. Are you kidding me?
I am
Okay.
hiding I'm bunching up all of my stuff and taking it out, like taking off my jacket and just kind of. Which of you is around right now? Like
We should keep the group separate.
Yeah,
F.C.G. are like 10, 15
I've
feet
been
from
trailing
him.
you,
Yeah.
so if you need me to hold something for you, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand you the pile of fabric and the thing that's wrapped in
I'll
there.
be your second.
I'm gonna just keep taking a wide orbit through all this as well and listening.
I'm gonna try to see what Gavis is doing.
What are the fucking rules for this? Are there rules for this? I don't know how the fuck this goes.
Find out.
Gavis, like most of the attendees, is now enraptured at the idea of some bloodshed in the middle of an evening that, probably to a certain point, wasn't expected to get very interesting. And there is an air of excitement in the crowd. As one, many people are interested to see what this brutish Ratanish is capable of doing in person. And, I mean, let's be honest, nobody knows who you are. They just want to see Ratanish beat the shit out of you.
All right.
As I take their stuff, I'm gonna just do a little sympathetic binding, so that I'm
Okay.
connected to Aaron Bennett.
You got it.
Ashton.
That'll last for the next.
I think it lasts for only for the next minute.
Is it a minute or?
I don't know.
Double
I'll look.
check. Just look at the.
What? Just wait.
Regardless. Who all is going to watch this? Who all is doing anything else, or are you all moving in to watch this?
What's Volley doing now?
Make a perception check.
Wow, we are just sucking it up. 10 total.
10 total. You don't see Volley in the crowd.
Dick. All right. I still want to fucking find out who the quorum members
I know,
are.
I'm trying. That's why I was keeping an eye on Gavis, because I thought
know.
maybe he was talking to
Maybe
somebody.
they'll
in the
talk
corner.
during the
That's
fight.
the
It's all
thing. I
gone
want to see.
sideways.
So all right. I'm gonna try and just stay with the crowd, but I want to like listen for the whispers, the rumors, the chatters of like, ooh, what's going on? Ooh, maybe he's a good candidate for the Paragon's Call. Ooh, maybe I'm a quorum person. I don't know.
Okay. So you're on team, listen to whispers and seek any information that might be incriminating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody else?
How many people are still inside?
I mean, there's still like probably 100 or so people inside, but a lot of them are shifting out, and it looks like other than maybe 30 or so stragglers that are just staying behind because they're disinterested in this or are in the process of engaging in business they find more important. Everyone else is moving outside, following the two of them because people are excited for a show.
Orem is going to stay at the front of the Gawkers, and a fight is a fight. That's fine. But if this guy tries to murder Aaron, then Orem's going to get involved. But maybe it's just a fight. Just staying close.
Okay.
I assume this commotion broke up the dance as it dwindled out, and I'm gonna.
The dance has come to completion, and shortly after that, this shifted the focus. Everyone went from like, okay, what's next?
We're doing this.
That's next.
So I stayed, unfortunately, engaged in the dance to the very end, and broke my way off the dance floor over to Fern.
Break him away. Oh, they're turning the lights on. It's all
latch arms with
Yeah.
her, and I go, "What's going on?"
Well, the Rotanish guy, he got really upset with Ashton. He pulled off his mask. Oh, no. Obviously recognized him, and they're fighting outside.
Fighting outside?
Yeah, should we go?
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's just walk with her, following the flow of the everything.
Okay.
After I pulled on Orm's elbow skin and was going to make over to Esteros, they all started to move. So I stopped, remembered where I was, and looked back towards the table where I last saw Cyrus sitting at that table. Is he still there?
No.
Do I see him anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Come on.
Nope. This is not a. This is just a single roll, right?
Yeah, that's just your vision.
Natural 19 for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You glance through the crowd and keenly come to the conclusion that he is not among them. And you recall that person that entered the hallway and asked about the bathroom that helped you escape.
Yeah, I thought it was him. I thought it was him.
Stupid brother. Pronto. Fuck.
I thought it was him.
I don't care. She smelled it like mold. I'm gonna go back to the door.
Okay. You head back to the door, and the guards are there. They're like, they can't leave their post, but they're definitely like trying to
yeah, definitely
get whatever they can from the distance. They're like, what's going on? Are they going to fight outside? Shit, I can't believe we're posted this far away. This is bullshit. And they're both like frustrated. They can't leave their post. Do you push through the door?
Yeah, I'll just give it a shove and see what they do.
The door's open. They both look back and they see no one there. Hello?
If they're just turning and
Yep.
And I'll make it with advantage.
They're definitely looking in that direction, so.
Yeah, 22.
Much better this time. You scoop by, they don't seem to notice, and they're like,
23.
What's that? The last thing you hear before the door's closed is like, I didn't feel any wind, did you? And the doors close again.
Cyrus, goddamn it, turn to the left.
Okay.
Bathroom.
Okay. You go down that direction.
Almost-
there are more
almost-
doors down the way, and one of them you do see is marked as a water closet, AWC. You go ahead and enter, and this will be on the left-hand side, actually, as you kind of move in, and nobody in here.
Cyrus!
Nothing. And I didn't see him walk out of the room. He might not be.
No, it's pretty still and quiet. Most everyone's been drawn out there. You're just kind of like looking. You're now like just at the entry to this bathroom, and there's a hallway with doors.
Are there the two guards in the hallway still?
it looks like they've moved further down the hall and are now like just kind of, they're still actively glancing around, but they're not opening any doors.
Dorian, God. Down the hallway back to the door where Moldy Lady was.
Okay.
Are they past that door? So I might have an opportunity to work some lockpick.
You can certainly try.
I will, if I have a moment to try and lockpick the.
You have a moment.
I'll try. I will try. That is just a sleight of hand check, right?
Correct.
Okay. Nope. It says maybe. 15.
15's okay. It looks like the lock on this was already kind of previously busted a little bit.
Not the first.
Like recently.
Oh.
And so while it was locked, it's partially damaged. So you actually have an easier time getting through than you expected you would. And it unlocks.
I'll try and softly open this fucking creaky ass door that needs some WD-40.
That's a cantrip, actually.
But in fact, because I know it's so creaky, as I open it, I'll also just let it fall open, but I'll slip inside.
Okay. You
commit to it.
Head into it as it gives them one little creak. And the first thing you notice is there's a very faint commotion in the room. It sounds like things moving and shifting. You glance across the way as you kind of move inside and look over, and you can see the desk in the far corner, the drawers are pulled out, and you see a figure is currently like scooping things out of the drawers.
Is it Lady Emoth?
It's smaller. It's like a cloaked figure. Looks kind of your size, if a little bit smaller than your size, actually. Maybe like a foot or so smaller. And you can see it's currently like filling like a rough satchel.
Do I smell anything? Familiar smell?
That musty smell, very strong.
Any sign of Cyrus?
Not in this room, no. You hear something else in the way, and across the way in the other room, you see two more little humanoid creatures cloaked rushing through, and they're just like grabbing things.
Yeah, that! I just saw that, like,
and turns around, and you see now, in the light coming through from the Catholic evening on the distant balcony, this figure's hood back, gray, pale skin, black eyes, sharp teeth in a mouth, and clawed arms underneath. You've not seen a creature like this before. And it's kind of clustering and drags it, and you see two more coming through.
Jade creepers!
They kind of growl at each other, and you can see there's now like 4 of them in this room.
4?
And around the way, you see Lady Emoth, kind of like, her eyes black. You can see the kind of darkened veins in the side of her neck. She goes towards them. You can see her arms are a little bit longer, and that sweat is kind of dripping off in like a thicker, mucusy pattern. They all look to her, and she goes, and they all grab their satchels and drag them off into the room around the corner where she was.
Does she follow with them? They all go in the other room?
They all go in the other room. You hear the dragging sound. You hear like the shifting of furniture, and she kind of like you watch as bones snap into place, and her skin tone kind of reaffirms itself, and she and then begins to walk around the corner to see the door open and goes,
I'm out before she can close it.
And as you rush back towards the event with what you've just witnessed,
that's what I
you
did.
head out to the opposite side of the domed event to show down with the
And
local
that's
leader,
where we'll
the
end
Paragon's
tonight's
call, representing here for some sort of a bloody throwdown. And the rest of you gather in hopes preventing your friend from being smashed to death.
Yeah.
We're gonna there.
Oh, come on.
I always thought this was like some dick throwing. Now I'm worried.
Maybe, but no one else knows.
There's your brother.
So, lady,
What did he do?
I thought he was going to fuck in the bathroom. That was my guess. But,
Like a shade creeper-esque.
He had never encountered a shade creeper.
Shade
No.
Creeper Queen.
But the way it was described, it was more or less similar to like some of the elements you saw in Duggar.
Yeah.
And
Oh
also,
no!
Duggar,
It
right?
all comes back to furniture.
There's this gotta be connected. I don't know.
Maybe we should be like the moving crew.
Let's do that if we have to leave town next episode.
Yeah.
We gotta get out. We're the moving crew.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Do the job. We leave. We leave real fast.
We're not causing any
Yeah.
problems.
Okay.
I have apparently.
Man, this went all sorts of fun directions, and I'm excited to pick this up next time.
That was so much to keep track of.
That's
There
fun.
was
Yeah, well done.
so
dude.
much happening.
Yeah.
my head's
You
vibrating.
handled a ball.
Yeah.
People dancing.
It's not done yet.
Conversations happening.
I'm sweating.
It's not done yet.
A ball here.
And we'll pick it up there. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you very much. And is it Thursday?
Thursday.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Matt. And now I must say goodnight to you. This is an interesting episode. And we'll see what happens next time. On Google. Is it Thursday yet? Well, not quite, but alright, but you will see me then. This is Free and Mantra, wishing you good fortune on the quest of life.